What's going on, guys? Pete back here with Dang's Dog Blog. It has been a while and I am happy to be back with you guys. I am trying something new here by doing these impromptu unboxings that we will feature on both our Instagram, link in the description below, as well as our YouTube channel. We are trying new things out. It has been a very long time where we've previously featured JH Photography, my cousin, who helped us out generously and still helps us out in any way that he can because he is a big collector just like we are. But in this case, I'm just trying to make it easy so that I can get these videos out and get my personal thoughts on the collectibles that, me and my friends share. In this case here, I wanted to share with you guys the Disney ToyBox series. This one specifically from the Marvel series, What If, that has launched this year on the Disney Plus series. This one specifically here has the Hydra Stomper as well as Captain Carter in their alternate universe ensemble look. I was first attracted to the ToyBox series from Disney a couple years ago when I started noticing Star Wars. As you guys would probably know by now, I'm a pretty big Star Wars nut. And their figures looked awesome. The closest thing I can probably compare them to is in the anime world, the SD series of or the SD interpretations, or likewise also known as Super Deformed. A little bit more cartoonish interpretation of the figures. Obviously designed to capture the hearts of an even younger collector or kid enthusiast. So in this case, designed for 3+ and up. So here we have the front of the box with the clear plastic showing through of these two phenomenal figures here. Okay, one side we have the Hydra Stomper. All right, I'm eventually going to get a stand that can get a little further out so I can give you guys a better look, but that's phenomenal box art right there. On the back, a whole bunch of warning information here, advertisement for another set within the Disney ToyBox series, and a little bit of the information. Pause it now if you want to read the brief descriptions, and it looks like 3 or 4 different languages. Cool picture of the imagery that everybody's used to from the What If series of Captain Carter herself riding the back of the Hydra Stomper. Here we have on the other side, we have Captain Carter herself. Nice little Union Jack, get up. I personally love the What If series, especially towards the end, whenever they started kind of mixing in a little bit more, and hopefully it spills over a little bit into the actual MCU world. If that's going to happen, we shall see. But in Kevin and the guys over at the Marvel, they always have that long game in plan. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get these bad boys figures opened up and take a look. All right, here we have the lovely and awesome Agent Carter out of the packaging. Let's get in a real close look at that awesome detail that Disney has done. Okay, I'm kind of curious who the actual production company or the manufacturing company is for Disney who makes this series, because that is awesome as far as capturing her likeness, even the eyes, as far as the animated depiction goes for Agent Carter here. Okay, I keep saying Agent Carter. You're probably going to hear that a couple times from me. It's going to take some getting used to, especially with this What If series. Captain Carter. Oh, there she goes out. But look at that phenomenal paint job, especially with the Union Jack display right there. Okay, go down here. Just a really, really awesome figure. A little taller than a 12 scale. I'd say it's almost about 4 inches tall. How that scales up along with the other ToyBox figures, we will go on and see, because obviously she's superhuman with the superhuman serum that she takes. All right, let's take a good look behind. There is a hole ported back here, and I will show you guys why in a second. All right, let's go over a little bit of the movement. All right, her head could possibly swing 360 if it wasn't for the hair how low the hair goes back here, but the head can go down so much. can look up only so much just because of the hindrance, once again, of the hair. Side to side, so it's obviously on a ball joint right there. Okay, not a full butterfly on the shoulders. I'm not expecting that in here, but can go up so far. Can, once rotated around, can go up so high, which is awesome. Not a double jointed elbow, but you know what more are you expecting? And 360 range of motion in the hands. All right. There is no actual ab crunch. It almost looks like there was, but there's no ab crunch. But there is a 360 roll around the waist right there. All right. The legs can go so far apart, can kick so high. All right. Once again, non-double jointed at the knees. Ankle pivot so much, can kick down, so that's pretty awesome right there. Pretty good kick, little kung fu movement almost. If we had that double jointed, we can get that movement there. All right. And then her one accessory is, of course, her shield. Once again, great paint app. You know, for, I believe this figure is $34.99 on the Shop Disney. You can't go wrong with that. It's almost a soft rubber, okay? So it's not a hard plastic. All right, this piece right here, once again, careful with these pieces. They might break off over time. This is to obviously cusp around her wrist, like so. You'd have to probably ride it up a little bit more to get it to hold. Oh. To get it to hold. But the cool thing is, one, you can port this into her hand. It's a little large for it, so it might wear down over time. Okay. Make that effect right there with her holding her shield. Or, like I was showing you earlier, can port into her back. There you go. Captain Carter with her shield equipped. All right. I'm going to give you one static shot, and then we'll move on to the other piece de resistance, the Hydra Stomper. All right. And here we have the second piece from the Disney ToyBox Marvel What If 2-pack to accommodate the Captain Carter is the Hydra Stomper. Pretty awesome piece. I mean, honestly, mainly the reason why I got him. Let's take a closer look at him and look at all this awesome detail. I mean, just what can you say about? I also have the Marvel Legends piece, which I haven't opened yet, and you expect what you expect from the Marvel Legends series. It's phenomenal for what it is, but it's the little things that you get from the Toy Box series that just, you know, brings out the nostalgia as a kid in finding out that it does little extra pieces. Now, obviously, the lights and sounds, by depressing the piece right here, it's a little you know, clear area right here that would usually be like where an arc reactor would say. I mean, in this case there's no arc reactor, but it's the powered up lights, and you click on it, and I want to say it's either 3 or 4 sound effects. I didn't properly read through the instructions that comes with it, because seriously, who reads instructions for a 3-year-old kid? Anyways, but I believe there's 3 or 4 sounds, and it cycles through. I'll go over that right now with you. One, 2, you can see the light kind of bleeds into the eyes here. I really like that. They did that with the previous Hulkbuster, which I'll bring out later to give you comparison in size if you have that. And honestly, the Hulkbuster was the original reason I got into this not What If series, but Toy Box series from Disney. This is the third. See the eyes lining up a little bit there. So the third. Let's see what the fourth. I believe. Yep. So 4 different sounds. All right, let's take a closer look at the head sculpt right here. Pretty awesome right here. It is static. The head cannot move side to side or rotate, so on and so forth. Okay, the shoulders can move so much before it's hindered by the shoulder pads. It can move 360. There is that much bend in the elbow, and the hands on both sides can only rotate 360. There is no side to side movement, and they are hindered by the gauntlet, so you can only move it around so much. This side, same thing here. You get hindered by the gauntlet. Okay, once again, just single joint. You can go back or go forward so much. All right, right around the waist. Let's see. I believe they're underneath, and I'll show you why there's so much underneath. I figured it'd be up top, but I'll show you why. This can rotate 360. All right, the legs can go pretty far to the side. All right, and at the knees about 90. Okay, not double jointed, and the feet can only move side to side, only so much before hitting the whole apparatus of the figure itself. Let's take a look at the back, and there are 2 pegs that stick out to port into the accessory, and I will show you that here in a second. Those familiar with the series will know what the accessory is. So let's go ahead and bring it out, and it is the jetpack. Awesome, right? Look at that once again. All the small little greeblies and the detailing on this figure. Once again, it's hard to beat at the price point for 2 figures. All right, so that's where the 2 pegs will port in. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if I won't make a mockery of this while I do it live. All right, pretty straightforward. You're not going to feel a snap. You're just going to push it in. Power it up, and he felt that. We're ready to go. All right, fully jet packed up. And here is the cool feature. You really didn't get to see this on the Shop Disney site. It had a little bit of sticker that you might have seen earlier on the box art, but it's fairly tough to do, the tab on here. So I'd get a firm grasp, push back on the head a little bit, and hey, what up, Steve? What is up, man? Pretty cool that you get that in there. And at first, when I saw someone else's quick video yesterday, when I guess he must have received it when I did as well, I thought that it barely stuck out, but it's actually spring loaded. Okay, so it sticks in there. When you push the head down, you can see the lights that port out, obviously for the chest, but then also give you the ambient effect to show the eyes of the Stomper. But this is pretty awesome. And at the end, I'll get a cool shot of, look at just the detailing of that little figure on the inside. Like I'm saying earlier, the nostalgia that you receive from these figures is phenomenal. I mean, you would have received this figure. I'm not throwing Hasbro underneath the proverbial bus here, but you'd get the Hasbro piece at roughly the same price for 1 figure, and I guarantee you, a little larger, slightly. I'll do a size comparison once I decide to open that bad boy up. But I mean, you're not going to get these little things. This is the cool stuff. Okay, I mean, we don't play a ton with our figures, I'm assuming. You know, I don't want to assume that, but you know, I mean, I enjoy sharing this with you guys, and the little cool things when I share these with my nieces and nephews, and they're at that age where they really enjoy, you know, seeing all the cool collectibles that Uncle Pete has. I mean, when I get to open up the helmet here, or you know, the top of the armor, and reveal that, I mean, the oohs and ahs, and that's where the imagination just runs wild. And honestly, there's just no price for that. You know, hey, Disney ToyBox series, once again, keep doing what you're doing. Bravo. I'm going to give in a couple of still shots at the end. I'm going to mount Captain Carter on the back. It comes with provisions, obviously, to peg her in and to hold her, or to hold the back right here of Hydra Stomper with Steve at the controls. I hope you guys enjoyed this. As a collector, the one thing I can tell you guys is some of the earlier series, especially in Star Wars, where I did not originally get on board, and now I find myself doubling back for some of the earlier ones, they get pricey in the secondary market. When I want something, the completionist in me gets a hold, and I have to kind of draw a line to a certain extent. But you know, a lot of these figures retail at $13, $14 for the individual figures. For, let me bring back in Captain Carter here. This would go for about $12.99 $13 at Shop Disney, and you're paying upwards of 30 plus. I'm not going to go to the extent of how much willing to pay. I'm still looking for the Luke from the first series and the ToyBox Star Wars series, and that they go for $50, $60. But when you see these on Shop Disney, which is for the most part, that's only where you're going to find them. You'll find them from secondary sellers on Amazon Prime, so on and so forth, for a secondary rate. But jump on it. If you see it, just jump on it, guys, because the prices on these go up quick once they're no longer available. A good example is a more popular one, the Hulkbuster. When I bought the Hulkbuster, I believe it was 20. No, that was the Hulkbuster came with Hulk, and I think I paid $60 when it retailed for right at about $40. So when you see these, don't hesitate. These are phenomenal, phenomenal figures to have around. They're great, great quality. I'd say second to none in this scale. I hate to say it, the Marvel Legends is a bigger figure scale, so you're going to get better details, so on and so forth, but the price point's higher. Once again, apples to oranges. This is a different look, but the playability and the enjoyment and the nostalgia can't be beat. Enjoy the shore picks. Like and subscribe. And jump onto my Instagram. I probably update that a lot more, and I'm trying to get more active as I get older. And I learned that you got to appreciate what you do. All right, guys, have a nice one.